Lately, I was asked by a few people over the email and in my classes, what is the difference between Taoist and Buddhist breath? And many people also tell me, I never heard of the Taoist breath. I was never taught that breath. I only taught the Buddhist one. So let me put this knowledge or confusion to a rest one time, and that's it. And let's do it this time. So the first thing, Buddhist breath is when you inhale, you move the abdominal and the back muscles out. So you exhale, move it in, and when you inhale, you move it out. Exhale in, inhale out. So as the lung expand, also the abdominal muscles and the back muscles expand. Of course, the back does not expand as much as the front. It just expands a little bit, but there is movement there if you put your hand. So inhale, the lungs expand, the abdominal and the back muscle expand, and exhale, the lungs expel the air, and the abdominal and the back muscles move in. So lungs expand, abdominal and back muscles expand. When the abdominal and the back muscle expand, I like to consider this as the moon, because this is a big part, moves forward, especially if you have a few extra pounds. And this doesn't have a lot of muscles, only skin and very close to the spine. So I call this the dark side of the moon. And I put one hand here and one hand here, and I try to feel the movement in my back and the movement in the front, which is easier to feel. So as the lung expand, the moon becomes more and more full. And as the lung contract, the moon becomes more and more empty. So that's Buddhist breath. In the Buddhist breath, there's also one more element, which is putting the mind in the lower energy center. So while you're doing this motion of inhaling, expanding the lungs, expanding the abdominal muscles and the back muscles, at the same time you also visualize an healing energy ball 2 inches below the navel. The Taoist breath, on the other hand, is the opposite. When you inhale and the lung expand, the abdominal and the back muscles move in, opposed to the Buddhist that it moved out. So actually now you have two opposite pumps working at the same time. So as the lung expands, the moon contracts, and as the lung contracts, the moon expands. And that creates a little bit of a conflict right here in the middle, because as the diaphragm moves down and the abdominal and the back muscles move in and the lungs expand, that creates a little bit of a conflict between forces, opposing forces. So that is why in Tai Chi, people stand a little bit like this, which is called turtle back. The turtle back creates space in here that when you suck the stomach in and move the abdominal muscles in, and the lungs and the diaphragm expand and move down, there's a little space here, and you create relaxation there, or not as much tension as if you were standing straight upright. So the Taoist, you inhale and contract the moon, and the Buddhist, you inhale and expand the moon. But people say, Rami, where's this breath come from? And I say, this breath is actually, we use it day to day, or at least throughout our life. The Buddhist, everybody know about it. Singer use it. A musician a lot of time use it when they play wind instruments. And it's popular among actors and other individuals. So the Buddhist is very common in other areas except the Qigong and the Tai Chi and the yoga. The Buddhist is considered a natural breath. And it's true, it's more relaxed. What people mean really is more relaxed. Because when you inhale and the lungs expand and the abdominal and the back muscles move, there's more space for the diaphragm and there's no conflict. So it's a more relaxed breath. I'll tell you the truth, it's a breath that is used to circulate energy in the body. But the Taoist breath is very important as well. The Taoist breath is used to push energy away from your body. So you can see how you need both mechanisms. So when you inhale, and the lungs expand and the moon contracts, the energy moves in. And when you exhale, the energy moves out. When you push a car, you inhale, you expand, and you contract the abdominal muscle, and you push the car. You can only exert force with the Taoist breath. There's no way you can push a car with the Buddhist breath. When you blow a balloon, hold the balloon in your hand, put your hand on your stomach, and you have to blow the balloon in one shot. You see, as you blow air out, the abdominal muscles do exactly the opposite. They move in. As you move in, they move out. So you can see, to move force outward, you need to do the Taoist. Inhale, contract the moon, and exhale and expand the moon. When you constipate it, when you're giving birth, you're using the Taoist breath. So remember, there's two breaths, Taoist and Buddhist. They're both part of our regular day-to-day life. One is to circulate energy in the body, the Buddhist, and one is to move energy out of the body, the Taoist.